Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Last time on What If Deku is a Gen 1 Esper. Izuku attended his first day of, his first day of school at Xavier Institute for the Gifted. As he came across a blonde girl out of a tree that later ended up being Himiko Toga. As he met his teacher, Emma Frost, Izuku didn't mind her. During his time during at the school, he didn't lack in training. He made a priority to train as much as he can to improve with his telekinesis powers. As you know, he hasn't grasped the full capabilities of his Esper abilities. He's right at the border of something more with his powers. He just needs to he needs to train a little bit harder to get to that point. But outside of training, he did spend a lot of time with Toga, and they got closer. Eventually, Izuku asked Toga on a date. We cut where we left off. As Izuku gets on his suit, as he grabs his he grabs a jacket as he walks down to the main floor of the manor. As he sees Toga there, as she wraps her arms around him as they go outside. So where are we going, Izuku? It's a surprise. Seriously? A surprise. Well, this is going to be fun. Close your eyes. As Toga's, seriously, I'm not. She's giving that look that she's not falling for that. As Izuku, do you trust me, Toga? And she's like, yes. As, fine, she closes her eyes. Now, tell me, what's the one place you've always wanted to visit? As Toga thinks, as she gives a few locations, but her main pick, she wanted to visit Rome. As they vanish, as Toga doesn't know what's going on, as her already, at the location. As Izuku, open your eyes. As her eyes open, as her eyes widen, as this is not, as she looks at Izuku. How? I have the ability to teleport, Toga. It's one of the nice little side gifts I get with my telekinesis. You're telling me you have the ability to go anywhere in the world at any time? Not everywhere. I had to know where the location is and seen it either by visiting it or by a picture or surveillance. Photo footage. Yeah, I butchered that. Surveillance. Yeah, I butchered that. I'm not going to attempt that. I'm not going to do that right. I'm not going to do that right now. So, as she pulls Izuku down to where she could reach him, as she kisses him on the cheek, as she's like, "That's a good start." As they sightsee for a little bit. As Izuku takes her to a restaurant that he had reservations for. He called it in advance because he knew where Toga wanted to visit the most at this current time. As they sit down and begin eating as they begin eating at the restaurant, as they're leaving after some time passed, they socialize as nothing much happened between that dialogue. As Izuki looks at his watch, as look at the time, we have to get going. We're gonna miss we're gonna we need to leave before we be late. As Toga's like, late for what? Figured we would at least, catch a flick. We don't. I normally haven't actually had never been to one of those theaters yet, so I figured it would be a nice try. Nice fun thing to do. As Izuku portals them to the theaters, as they sit through the. I'm not sure what movie they Toga would like. I personally don't know. Besides her outside of her blood fetish, but that's pretty much about it. But Izuku took her to see a slasher film, as Izuku figures Toga get a kick out of that. Toga had a blast at, especially the movie. As Toga has, a sense of humor in this, so Izuku took her to one film that she shouldn't really be watching because of her rehab. So, but one slasher film is not going to ruin anything, the progress she's made. It's just most of inside joke that her and Toga have. As when they get back to the grounds of the manor, as Toga grabs onto Izuku's hand, as she tugs on his tie, as she gets close to Izuku. What are you doing, Toga? Something that something you want to do all night. As she kisses Midoriya. As a few minutes later, as Izuku hears something flying in the air, as he hears helicopters, as they're all coming towards the Xavier Institute, as they all have their spotlights on Izuku. As several men start sliding down the rope off one of the vehicles that was holding several of the operatives. Toga looks at the men as she looks back at Izuku as she tugs him on the collar. What did you do, Izuku? I didn't do anything. Seriously, I did nothing. This is. I don't know why they're here. Me, teleporting to, another country, I don't think they would care about that. This is something else. Izuku sees Nick Fury coming out of a vehicle. As he walks up to Izuku, Izuku, my boy, please make it easier on you. Surrender peacefully. I'm sorry, I have no choice. Such a mood killer. As he looks around, as he looks over all his options. Really, Fury, what dastardly crime have I committed this time? I have no choice in this, Izuku. My higher ups have threat to deem you a threat to the country and to humanity in whole. You're hereby under arrest for putting in confinement for forever. As Toga gets that pissed her off as she lunges at Fury, but Izuku catches her with his telekinesis. Easy there, Toga. As he sets her down next to him, as she looks up, as she gives off a look like why. Is your orders exactly, Fury? Is to capture you at all costs and, if need be, eliminate all witnesses. What do you think, Anti? If we fought back, what's the odds here? Most likely they'll eradicate the whole lot of them. S.H.I.E.L.D is no joke. Not surprising. It's a very powerful organization, so I expect they have to do some not so nice things. Let's see how this plays out. Maybe we could turn this around in our favor. As Izuku sighs, alright, Fairy, I'll come in peacefully. What are you doing, Izuku? I might be able to guarantee your life, but I can't guarantee the life of the rest of the students there. There's some good ones and there's some decent people in there. Mine is, the shitheads. I couldn't care less about them. But there are some good people in there. My time there has been mostly positive. A couple of douches that I had to put in their place. But nevertheless, as he kisses Toga, this is where I met you, so the positive outweighs the negative. You'll see me again, Toga. Don't worry. As one of the men grabs Izuku's arm, come on, Esper. Hey, man, no reason to, wrinkle the clothes. As immediately Fury turned his back, and that's when Toga made her move. As she rushes and pulls out a knife, as she's strictly behind Fury, has her knife around his throat. Listen here. You tell your little soldiers to not be so rough with my Izuku. I don't like it when he's damaged. Or I'll slit your throat. Alright. Ease up on him, man. Men. Yes, sir. I see you caught yourself a winner here, Izuku. That I did. Toga, be so kind. Okay, Izuku. Before I let you go, I want rights to see Izuku when I want to. I can't do that. I'm the one with the knife here. Fine. As Toga lets the knife go, as she jumps backwards. Remember, Fury, if that's what your name is called, highly doubt it's your real one. But if Izuku's harmed in any way when I come to visit, and I will come to visit, you be the first one I'll be seeing. Are we clear? Yeah, ma'am. Good. As the Fury's like, that girl's scary. As they put Izuku into the vehicle, as all the soldiers, all the S.H.I.E.L.D agents withdraw, as they had everyone at gunpoint. As Charles started to talk to S.H.I.E.L.D agents down, as they told them why they're here. As long as they don't make a move, none of them will be hurt. Xavier can't literally do anything. He can't go after Izuku. That will be seen as not very good in the eyes of the normal people. The people already have a bad opinion on mutants already. If the mutants attack, a government organization like S.H.I.E.L.D, that would be bad press, and their kind can't really have that right now. So, Toga's not happy with Charles at the moment. So, where we're going, Fury? The one place that we had we had we had built in case we had to put you in here. So you were already plotting long beforehand. Yes, with your powers. Izuku. You would be a threat if you ever turned. So you've been listening to Tony? It's enough logical sense to to make precautions. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad about it actually. I'm actually flattered. You think of me as that much of a threat. Ah. So where's this place is? They fly to a large complex somewhere out in the let's say in the Arctic somewhere. It's a large black building. As they get Izuku out of the helicopter, as they get into the complex, as it's just a large step where no, there's no stairs. It's just going downwards, pretty far down. As Izuku has neat little neat little accessories around his wrists, both wrists, as this nullifies his esper abilities at his current level. Is what they think. But Izuku could break out of these anytime he wants. His power, yeah, they'll need a lot more powerful little bracelets to suppress his power. But he's gonna play ball for now. He wants to see where this leads. Izuku sees a man in a cell with green eyes with black hair. As the man immediately recognizes Izuku. As he's placed in a cell right next to this his roomie. I'll be damned. Never thought this would happen. Isn't that right, Father? As he looks strictly at Loki. We have so much to talk about, to catch up. After all, we've been separated so long, Father. As he's staring at Loki. And don't think this little cell will stop me from our reunion. See this little cage here, Father? It's impressive. I gotta admit, it's well made. It can keep a lesser esper without using their abilities. But we both know we both know I'm far more superior than your average esper. After all, you made great strides and effort to have me created. I gotta say, I'm a little hurt with that magical bomb you placed in me. Now that's dirty. As he stares at Loki. Fury was long gone after this. Yeah, he did not want to be here for that, talk with Loki and Izuku. As he believes, Fury believes that this cell would keep Izuku contained. No, it's not going to, one bit. Oh, well, it's my little midlife crisis experiment. I might not have been doing my finest work during that time, but it's passable. No intending of apologizing for my actions. Except for your nasty comment. No, I'm not asking for an apology. The only reason you're still alive is because somewhere deep down, my mother still cares for you. So that's the only reason your brains is not splattered all over the walls. Pretty gutsy to challenge a god, boy. As Izuku just smiles at him. Of course. But unlike the rest of these losers, I could back it up, after all. You know full well what I'm capable of. To a degree, at least. What did you even do to get down here? Huh, well, being a overpowered walking weapon as a esper. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. I was just I just got back on a date, and why they shut up and ruin it. I was having a good time too. As Loki train of thought stops as he's, oh dear, now this is concerning. As you have somewhere in a city, you see in a huge crater into the city, as you see a man bend down to one knee, as this is as well, you pretty much know who it is. It's Silver Surfer. As the Silver Surfer creates his board, as he gets on top of it, as he begins to hover up in the sky. A few minutes later, as he's searching for the most powerful life form on the planet, as S.H.I.E.L.D. ready was alerted, and they ready put their units in action as S.H.I.E.L.D. aircraft are all surrounding the Silver Surfer. As immediately they open fire. Each bullet, as each bullet get close to the Silver Surfer, as they just drop to the ground, as they drop, as you barely see the flash of something surrounding the Silver Surfer, as he's using his telekinesis to stop the bullets as they drop to the, they pretty much drop because he's floating in the air. Tony comes flying in one of his Iron Man suits as he points his hands at the Silver Surfer. Easy there, Silver. Why are you here? I'm gonna have to ask you why you're here. You need to evacuate your planet immediately. He's coming. Stunning. And who is he? Galactus. Let me get this straight. You came here to warn us about some guy, Galactus. Are you sure you didn't hit your head? Stupid human. You don't understand. Galactus, he's the eater of worlds. He's going to consume your planet until there's nothing left. Then all of these people here are going to die. Tell him the truth, Metal Man. As Thor comes in, Galactus is known to devour worlds. He's an extremely threat. He's wiped out whole solar systems before. Then I expect we got this. We got to it. We got to yes, we got to assemble. As they begin to call all the Avengers, as Silver Surfer follows Tony and Thor, as everyone's arguing, as, are you mad, Tony? You can't trust that machine. Listen, it's our best option. I would rather deal with Ultron. Oh, no, sorry. I think I had it right. Ultron than that Esper disaster. And we can't even trust Loki. There's no way we could trust that guy, especially both of them. Even if, even if he agrees, I can't imagine the outcome of his demands. We've already made a deal. As everyone looks at Tony, what did you do, Tony? exchange for his help, we let him go. What? You can't be serious. Yes, we've came to an agreement that he will not return to Earth. You people need to. This is the. I'm thinking of the bigger picture. A galactic, planet eater is coming to Earth, so I really don't care. At least with Ultron, we know what we're getting. If we use those two, they're too unpredictable. As Captain America looks at, I'm sorry, as Captain America turns to Silver Surfer, are you sure there's no way we can negotiate? No, there's not. I've tried to get him to stay away from this planet as much as I could, but he's too hungry. He's already decided, and there's nothing I could do about it. Nor do I have the power to challenge him. You cut to Izuku as Loki and Izuku are playing chess as you see Izuku in Loki's cell. So, what do you think is going on? Um, they're gonna probably do something stupid that's gonna nail them in the butt. And the end. What do you mean? Well, knowing it's Galactus, and well, the humans here tend to think not rationally. So probably my bet is make a deal as Ultron. Who is this Ultron fellow? No one important. You could take him out. It would be challenging for you, but you could do it. As Izuku, as Izuku takes one of Loki's pieces. Impressive boy. Impressive move, but fortunately you left your pawns wide open for attack. As Loki sent his piece to check. You got a lot to learn, boy. I have far more experience than you. See about that, old man. Enjoy that smirk while you have it. So what is your future plan, Izuku? Simple. Return to the school. I'll figure my situation and I'll turn it to my advantage. I'll finish school, spend time with Toga, then attend UA, and be the model of a hero, and make a certain villain's life a living hell, because it amuses me. This is most of a inconvenience for me right now. I see two things happening. They defeat Galactus, or make him run. And they don't need me. They don't need us. But option two is not only do they don't defeat Galactus, but Ultron and Galactus team up instead. Judging by the way you describe this Ultron and this Galactus, he always keeps a word. If Ultron played it right, I could see him doing that. Then they'll be forced to ask for our help. When all their options are drawn, where we have nothing left but to ask a god of mischief and ask, a esper for our help. Then that's when we could start making things a little go towards our way. think such a gesture would improve your situation. Father. So who's this villain you're after? Ah, some some guy named All for one. He's been doing a lot of things actually. He's kind of his little organization is quite familiar. It has some aspects of Hydra. They're a Hydra in the making, if you would phrase it that way. And I simply want it to disappear. But I don't want to destroy it all at once. I want to slowly build up to it. Really hurt this All for one. I will break his spirit before I kill him. And Suzuki has a devilish grin. Cut to Loki's, inner thoughts. I'll be damned. The boy has a lot more of me in him than I thought. Intriguing. Makes sense. I use my firstborn's remains to build Izuku. So in a way, yeah, he is my son. I'm curious on the boy's plans. I'll tag along for now. Several days later, as Izuku gets a visitor, as this is the first time Loki seeing Toga. I'll give you one advice, my boy. Keep aware of that one. She's giving off very dangerous vibes. Oh, who you are, but whoever you are, I suggest you shut your mouth. Technically, that's my dad. She's like, what? She apologizes. Loki laughs. Oh, no problem. As he didn't take it serious. He didn't care either way. As Toga's like, are you alright? Oh, I'm fine, Toga. How you been? How's everyone at the school? Oh, they're doing fine. I'm upset that what they haven't tried to rescue me. No, they're not gonna put their necks out for a esper. If I was a mutant, maybe. But even then, that would make them the mutants in a bad light. And the Xavier's already on the edge of a full scale genocide. The people are more on edge now with mutants and with quirks, so it's understandable. Did they inform you what's happening, Toga? It's yeah. Charles told me someone called Galactus is coming to Earth. All the senior X-Men are going to be at the battle scene when Galactus shows with the Avengers and some couple other heroes. All are everyone's been confined to their quarters. Unfortunately, I snuck out. As as took us, I just hate it that you're here. This whole situation's so messed up. You didn't even do anything. I know, Toga, but we have to play our cards right. Don't worry, I'll be out sooner than you think. As Toga, what do you mean? Trust me. It's only a matter of time before they start crawling to us for help. But can't you escape sorry. Can't you escape on your own already? Oh yeah, I could totally teleport out of here. She's like, why haven't you? Because for what my future plans are, I need to be, I need to do this. 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 I need by the rules, unfortunately. So, this is how it's going to go. They're going to come down here, ask for my help, and I'm going to graciously give them my services. But I want something. I want some things in return. By doing so, they'll be forced to let me go. They would either have to let me go or watch the planet, die. And that's not very hero-like. The soldier comes in. Miss Himiko, your time's up. Alright, I heard you. Idiot. Izuku, I'll be back in a couple days. As Toga has no choice but to leave. And sorry about my behavior, Mr. Loki. When it comes to Izuku, I lash out a lot when I see him in discomfort. No problem, young lady. Shoo. As, Toga rolls her eyes as she walks off. Speaking of blondes, how is your mother? As Izuku looks at Loki. Last time I checked, she was doing good. She's probably pissed. Oh, I bet she is. So I'm curious, Loki. As Loki's like, you could use whatever reference you want. As Izuku's like, very well. So what are your plans if you ever escape here? Are you gonna go back, go all kill brother mode on us again? No. I have no intention of rekindling that rivalry. Words of advice, son. Do not let your obsessions control you. It can cloud your mind. If you're anything like me, your obsessions will drive you to do many horrible things. Me horrible? I don't think so. As Anti's like, are you serious? You do remember all those people you killed. The League of Villains? Oh, they're not people, they're villains. They don't count. Whatever you say, Izuku. Well, might have done a couple bad things now and then. I get you. I see what you're getting at. And I can admit that I take things a bit far. Once my blood started pumping. And I do like to psychologically damage people. Because it's entertaining as all hell. So can you tell if he's already here or not? Oh, give me a second here. Yeah, I could tell where he is right now. He's almost here, actually. He just entered his your atmosphere or your galaxy, so he'll be here probably in 30-40 minutes. Would you like to make a wager with me, Dad? As look, he's like, what do you have in mind? You see, this is how I see it's going to happen. Out of everyone that come down here, it's going to be Tony. Oh, I'm going to enjoy his groveling for his asking for my help. That's going to be priceless. I think you're wrong, kid. It's going to be my brother, Thor. He loves rubbing these sort of situations in my gut. After all, he is the favorite son. We're going to stop our episode off there. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. And I'll catch you in the next video.